The Diary of Shadows. Alyssa was a quiet girl. She had just moved to a small town with her family. Their new home was old and creaky, but Alyssa liked it. It felt like a place where secrets could hide. One day, while cleaning her room, Alyssa found an old diary under the floorboards. The cover was dusty and the pages were yellow. On the first page, there was a name, Sarah. Alyssa wondered who Sarah was and why her diary was hidden here. That night, Alyssa began to read. The diary told the story of a young girl named Sarah who lived in the house many years ago. Sarah wrote about her family, her dreams, and her fears. But one entry stood out. I don't know what's happening. Strange things are moving in my room. I hear whispers at night. My parents think I'm imagining it, but I'm not. Something is wrong. As Alyssa read, she felt a chill in the air. Suddenly, the lamp on her desk flickered and went out. She looked around, but no one was there. It's just the wind, she whispered, though she didn't believe it. The next morning, Alyssa woke up to find her shoes by her bed, though she was sure she left them near the door. Later that day, as she sat reading the diary again, words appeared on the wall in front of her. Help me. Her heart raced. Who's there? She asked. No one answered. That night, Alyssa had a dream. In the dream, she saw Sarah. Sarah looked sad and scared. She pointed to a tree outside the house and then disappeared. When Alyssa woke up, she knew she had to find out more. Alyssa went to the library and asked an old librarian about the house. The librarian told her a story. Many years ago, a girl named Sarah lived in the house. One day, she went missing. Some people thought she ran away, but others believed something terrible happened. Her body was never found. Alyssa felt a deep sadness. She decided to help Sarah. She went to the tree from her dream. Under its roots, she found a small box. Inside the box was a necklace and a note. The note said, I'm sorry, Sarah. I didn't mean for this to happen. Alyssa realized someone had hurt Sarah. Maybe it was an accident, or maybe it wasn't. She took the necklace back to the house and opened the diary again. This time, Sarah appeared in front of her, not in a dream, but really there. She looked clearer now, less like a shadow. You found it, Sarah said softly. Thank you. What happened to you? Alyssa asked. I trusted the wrong person, Sarah replied, but I can't rest until I forgive them, and until they forgive themselves. Alyssa didn't understand everything, but she nodded. How can I help you? Tell my story, Sarah said. Let people remember me. Alyssa promised she would. That night, she wrote down everything she knew about Sarah. She shared it with her family and the townspeople. Slowly, the truth came out. An old man in the town confessed he had argued with Sarah long ago. He hadn't meant to harm her, but his actions led to her death. He cried as he spoke, asking for forgiveness. When the sun rose the next morning, Alyssa felt lighter. Sarah was gone, but Alyssa knew she was finally at peace. The strange things in the house stopped happening. The air felt warmer, and the house seemed brighter. Alyssa learned an important lesson. Sometimes we carry pain inside us, our own or someone else's. To heal, we must face the past, share our stories, and let go. From then on, Alyssa kept the diary safe. It reminded her that even in sadness, there is hope. And sometimes, helping others find peace helps us too. Moral story: The Diary of Shadows. Moral story: Alyssa's journey teaches us that uncovering the truth, no matter how painful, is important for healing. Through courage and empathy, She helps Sarah find peace and also learns that sometimes the past needs to be faced before we can truly move forward. By telling Sarah's story, Alyssa ensures that forgotten voices are heard, showing that justice and forgiveness can bring light even to the darkest places.